What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? JayeDeBlack here. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video, hype this video, and share this video because I'm going to talk about another basketball coach who decided to think with the wrong head, and he ended up losing his job. And now he's getting sued. Well, he got sued, maybe months after the situation actually occurred, maybe a year after the situation occurred. But nevertheless, Chucky Love, he was an associate head coach of the Nebraska women's basketball team. Now, Chucky got himself in a bit of a bad situation because, again, he was thinking with the wrong head, and it cost him his job. Now, there was a former player who played on the team. Her name is Ashley Scoggin. Now, Ashley Scoggin is from Oregon. She played basketball there after transferring from a junior college where she was a redshirt sophomore. All right, that's going to be, I want y'all to remember that. She was a redshirt sophomore when she transferred in. So I want y'all to keep that in mind, right? So she transfers in, and she decides that she wants to look at a post-basketball career in regards to becoming a basketball coach. And she started to work alongside, or basically as an intern. She worked with Chuck Love. And again, I don't know if Chuck Love got the wrong choosing signals, but he started to pursue her. This is according to her lawyers. He decided to pursue her. And they ended up in a relationship. And I'm not clear of the timeline because she got on the University of Nebraska's campus in 2020. So I'm not sure where exactly it started. It must have started right soon after she got there. But it ended in 2022, not because she went to the university and told them that she was being groomed and she was forced to be in this relationship. Her teammates got suspicious. Her teammates got so suspicious of her that they decided to pull off a ruse to see if they could catch her in the act with Chuck, right? So they had one of the male practice players go to the hotel, go to the hotel staff and pretend to be Chuck because, everybody black look the same, according to people. But they gave him the key, and apparently he gave the key to the teammates, and they went into the room and they found her in his room. And they immediately started questioning them, especially her. Then the head coach, Amy Williams, she's a part of this lawsuit as well. She's being sued as a part of this, as well as Chuck and the University of Nebraska. And she held court, and basically, according to Ashley, she was interrogated by her teammates and by Amy, and he denied everything, and he put it off on her, said that she seduced him, right? Because we really don't know how these two actually got going, right? We hear her side of it. She claims that she denied his advances at first, but then got into it. So we don't really know exactly how things got going. You can believe her side, you can believe whatever, right? So Amy decided to kick her off the team and suspend Chucky with pay until Chucky decided to resign. And she then transfers to the University of UNLV. She transfers to UNLV, and she's there for a year because that was her last year of eligibility. The 2023-2024 season was her last year of eligibility, and she spent it at University of Las Vegas. But her season ended, I believe, late 2023, going into 2024. And she actually did an interview basically about the team and what's going on there. In January 2024, I found that video. And in February 2024, that's when the lawsuit went viral. It's very interesting, the timing, right? Once her basketball career is completely over, now she is suing because she realizes no WNBA, no playing overseas. but she still could have pursued coaching, which is probably what she should have done. But this is not the modern heifer is not going to just go about her business. They're going to try to take the easy route to getting paid. And that is what I feel like Ashley is doing. I feel like Ashley feels like that she was wrong because she felt like she was kicked off the team for nothing. And she feels like they turned against her when they should have listened to her, even though she did not cry foul to anybody that I read. I just think that she was engaging in a relationship with the assistant coach who I think she genuinely liked, and people found out. She didn't tell nobody. She was in his hotel room. That should tell you everything you need to know. She was in his hotel room. And now a year later, you're a victim? No, you're mad because they kicked you off the team. Your basketball career is over. Why don't you go, do what all these other heifers do? Become a streamer or whatever. Get the OnlyFans popping. Listen, there are real victims out here. I just don't look at this story as she was being groomed. No, you willingly, as a redshirt sophomore, decided to get into a relationship with the assistant coach because, you getting good with the assistant coach, you're going to get more playing time, you're going to get better treatment. Why do you think her teammates got suspicious? Because they could see it. Women can sense when a woman is, engaging with another man. Women have a very good sixth sense of that, right? So let's get into this article. Former Nebraska women's basketball assistant Chuck Love acknowledged he had relations with a former player, Ashley Scoggin, before she was dismissed from the team in 2022. According to the court documents tied to a civil lawsuit Scoggin filed against Love and university officials, Scoggin's lawsuit filed in 2024 contends her civil rights were violated in the lead up to her dismissal because she got kicked off the team. Scoggin seeks a jury trial in Lincoln and unspecified damages. Love, in his initial response to the lawsuit, denied ever having relations with Scoggin. Well, he's a lie. He's a liar. He lied. He's a liar. But Marin, Scoggin's attorney, wrote in a March 17 filing at his February 5th, 2026 deposition, Love for the first time admitted that he had a relationship with Ashley. Of course he did. Marin wrote that the university's Board of Regents head coach Amy Williams and former athletic director Trev Alberts, all named as co-defendants, endorsed his denial. USA Today on Tuesday was first to report Love's admission in the court of document. Denise Frost, Love's attorney, did not immediately respond to an Associate Press message seeking comment. Scoggin described in her original complaint how Love took a special interest in her and that the relationship turned physical and caused Scoggin to fear retaliation if she refused to engage. Well, you could have transferred. I mean, the transfer portal really started to pop off 2022, 2023. Nothing could have kept you there. I just don't believe this whole, he's an assistant coach. He's not the head coach. How is he going to kick you off the team? How is he going to, now people can say, well, Jay, he's an assistant coach. He can go to the head coach. He has her ear. Yeah, but she's not going to kick her off the team because he says so. Williams and Alberts, now the athletic director at Texas A&M, are accused of, so he went from one Power 4 job to another, are accused of not setting rules, training, and policies prohibiting staff members from having relations with athletes. I agree there should be policies in place, but I thought these colleges have that. We've seen stories of coaches getting fired over this. There was some recent story, I believe, of a coach, assistant coach getting, or maybe a head coach getting fired for dealing with one of his players, but she wasn't suing. He just got caught, right? Scoggin played 2 seasons for the Cornhuskers. She was dismissed from the team on the same day Love was suspended with pay in February 2022. Love resigned 3 months later. Scoggin, who is from Dallas, Oregon, transferred to UNLV. Scoggin was kicked off of the Nebraska team a few days after teammates discovered her fully clothed in Love's room during a trip. See there? Her teammates did this. Her teammates caught her. She didn't go to them saying she feels victimized. No, they were wondering what's going on. Why, because women can sense that. You can't hide that, especially from a group of women. Love initially denied Scoggins' claims that he sought relations with students, that he discussed inappropriate topics with her, and that he invited her to go out for drinks. The regents, Williams and Albers, said in their joint response to the civil lawsuit that they didn't have sufficient information and belief to either admit or deny the allegations of a relationship between Scoggin and Love. The university, in its initial response to the lawsuit, said Scoggin's removal from the team was warranted in part because of dishonesty and distrust between Scoggin and her teammates. Look at this, people. They said they kicked her off the team because they felt like there was dishonesty and distrust between her and her teammates, which tells me that she wasn't getting along with her teammates, and because her teammates felt like she was doing something with somebody on that staff. And that is how we get to this point to where now she's at UNLV a year later, more than a year later, right? I want people to understand that there are real victims out here. I want people to understand that there are people being taken advantage of. There's a story trending on X right now of a 23-year-old teacher who had a 3-hour session with a 17-year-old. And there is no evidence that listen, it could have been happening before he turned 17. She could have been doing this with numerous male students. Those male students are victims, or and vice versa, if it's men with young girls. But we see way more stories of women engaging in these behaviors more so than women. The power dynamic, right? She got into a relationship, she got caught, she got kicked off the team. If she would have never gotten kicked off the team, she would not sue them. She's suing them because she had to transfer from Nebraska to UNLV. Her basketball career ended in a whimper, and she is angry, and she wants to take it out on the University of Nebraska when she knew better, right? Even though, yes, there should be policies in place, but we still do not know how these two ended up dealing with each other. And of course, her lawyers are going to put it all on him and blame him. But I truly believe that it was mutual. I think it was mutual. We have to get out of this mindset that men are just out here preying on these young girls. And by the way, these relationships with these male coaches and females are happening everywhere. Everywhere. Not only do you have women engaging in relationships with their players, but you have these male coaches who are too. It's going on more than y'all think. But the thing is, those girls don't sue because those girls know it's mutual. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next one.